Good morning, all. Am I audible and the screen is visible? Just let me confirm in a chat box. Okay, fine. So in last lecture, we have discussed what the last topic of partial derivatives, right? Now today we are going to start a new unit, that is unit 2, sequence and series, right? Unit 2, sequence and series. Okay, the screen is visible. I think it's just a minute. Okay, fine. Now it's visible. Okay, fine. So today we are going to start a new unit, that is what? Sequence and series, right? So in that one, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of sequence? That I think you have learned in the 11th or 12th, right? The concept of sequence and series. Someone has joined with the name Urmila, right? It's not in a format. So quickly rename yourself. Okay. Otherwise, I'll remove. Someone has joined with the name Urmila, right? Fine. Okay. So what is sequence? Can anyone tell me? Whatever you know, right? I don't want exact definition of the sequence. Just what is the meaning of sequence in a normal language? Anyone? Just raise your hand. Yeah, Devendra, what is sequence?
No, it
Yes.
is a we can say repetition of number, and we have created it into a function.
Okay, repetition of numbers. Any other? Okay, you are just near to the answer. Okay, yeah, Akhilesh.
Ma'am, it is a set of numbers in a particular order.
Okay, so it's a what set of numbers, right? Or we can say a order set of number which will be arranged in some sequence, right? Yeah, set of numbers as in a particular order, right? I got answer in a okay collection of objects, set of real numbers. Yeah, 23 number. That is the exact definition. That means what? A set of real number. So what we can say, the sequence is a definition. Sequence is an order set of real numbers, right? Now we can say that suppose I'll be having some numbers like u1, u2, u3 up to un, right? So they are called what? It's called a sequence, and that will be denoted by what? A set, right? That is in curly bracket and un. So we can say that what? This is a collection of or a order set of real number, right? Now the sequence can be two types mainly. Either it can be a finite sequence and it can be an infinite. So can anyone tell me or specify what is the meaning of this finite and infinite? What is the meaning of finite sequence and infinite sequence? Anyone? Just write down into the chat box quickly, or you can. Okay, 11 number, yes. Yeah, Kunj.
A series having a finite number.
Not series, we are talking about sequence. Okay, yeah. So same thing.
Sequence.
Yeah, that both are same. If the numbers of elements, right, is or number of terms are finite, then it can be called what? Finite sequence. Number of elements are finite, fine, then we can say it's a finite sequence. And if its number of elements are not finite, that means infinite, so we can say what? It's an infinite sequence, right? Okay, any doubt? This is the definition of sequence. finite sequence and infinite sequence. Okay, now we'll see the limit of the sequence. Okay, the next thing is what? A limit of a sequence. So what the definition of that one? Okay, a sequence is suppose a un. So we'll be having a one sequence that is un, which will tends to the finite limit L, right? It is tends to finite some number, right? Right now we'll call it what? Number L. So as n tends to infinity. That means un is a one sequence that tends to some finite number, that is L, as n tends to infinity for epsilon greater than 0. There exists some delta which is also greater than 0, right? For integer m, such that we can write that un minus L less than epsilon. This definition we have seen, limit definition, it is related, that we have seen in the previous chapter also, right? For every n greater than m. So this can be written as a what? Limit n tends to infinity un. So un tends to finite number equal to L when n tends to infinity. So it can be represented as a what? So you need to remember this. Then you can write down this statement. Limit n tends to infinity un equal to L. And this type of example we have solved in the previous session, right? How to apply a limit and all. So the same concept will apply here also in what? Sequence. So sequence definition, limit of sequence. Now, whenever the sequence will be there, we need to check it what? Either it's a convergence, divergence or oscillation, right? So first we'll see what is the meaning of convergence of sequence. Anyone? What is the meaning of convergence? Anyone? What is the meaning? Anyone knows? Okay, fine. So what? Convergence. If my sequence is un has finite limit, which one? That is, we can say limit n tends to infinity of un equal to, here if we are getting some number, say L, and if it's a finite number, right? If it's a, okay, decreasing function, number of terms, what is that? Okay, finite number, then we can say what? Our sequence un is convergence. That means if you apply some limit to the sequence, and if you will get here what? Some finite number, then we can say that our sequence is what? A convergence. Same way divergence. So can anyone tell what is the meaning of divergence? The reverse of this thing, right? The reverse of this thing, divergence. Okay, before that we'll take an example of this one, so it will be clear to you. In next slide we'll see divergence. Okay, limit is infinite. Yes. Okay, we'll see one example simple of this, the meaning of convergence. Suppose my un is 1 upon 1 plus 1 by n. So what that? Check the convergency of this thing. In which way it can be asked? Some sequence is given and it will be asked, check the convergency. That means either it will be a convergent or divergent, right? Okay, fine, Jainil. Fine. So what happened into that? First step is what? Apply the limit both sides. First step is, so limit n tends to infinity un equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 upon 1 plus 1 by n. Now normally what we are doing in that when we are going to solve the concept of limit, n tends to infinity. So whatever the here equation is there, we are supposed to put value of n equal to infinity. So what is 1 upon infinity? Suppose if you are going to put here, right? So what is 1 upon infinity? 1 upon n. So 1 upon infinity. Can anyone? What is the answer of 1 upon infinity? Write down into the chat box. Okay, 0, 0, fine. So we'll put the limit concept 1 upon 1 plus 0. So our answer will be what? 1. That means what we can say? Limit n tends to infinity un equal to, we are having 1. So we can say that 1, which will be what? Finite number and unique number, right? So if we are having finite and unique number, so we can say that our sequence is what? A convergence or convergent, right? Okay, now any doubt into this? What is the meaning of this thing? Okay, fine. Now divergence. So as you said that divergence means what? If the sequence is un, right? If my sequence is un and has a infinite limit, has a infinite limit, so we can say that the un is divergent, right? Sorry, the example is, suppose un equal to 2n plus 1. So first concept is what? First step is limit, apply both sides. So this limit n tends to infinity 2n plus 1. So if we put n equal to infinity, so here 2 into infinity, so it is infinity plus 1. Anything added into the infinity, it will give you the answer what? Infinity. So we can say it's what? Infinite, right? So we can say that un is divergent. Simple example to check either your sequence is convergent or divergent. Okay. Is there any problem in this? Anyone? Is there any problem? Just confirm in a chat box. Is there any problem in either a divergence or convergence? Okay. So the next thing is what? Oscillations of a sequence. So that is what? If the sequence is un. My sequence is what? un. Now, if it has no unique limit, whatever limit you will be having, that is not unique one, then we can say that our sequence is oscillation or oscillator, right? So for that, the example is, suppose my un equal to minus 1 raised to n. Now apply limit both sides. So limit n tends to 0, un equal to limit n tends to infinity minus 1 raised to n. So what should be the answer here? Just think for a few seconds and then reply. If you put the n equal here, right? If you apply the concept of limit, then what should be the answer of this one? Okay, just think for a while. Okay, and write down into the chat box. Okay, minus 1. Okay, 1, then okay. Fine. Now how you have applied that concept? That means you have written either the answer 1 or -1. Ma'am, we cannot say it will oscillate between 1 and -1. Okay. It depends if n is odd or even. Okay. Fine. Yes, 1 or -1. Trupti, 8. Fine. Yeah. So what? We'll be having two values for that. It will be either 1 or -1, right? Because it depend upon the value of n. See, when this kind of thing is there, -1 raised to n, you can't say directly because your base is what? -1. So it will be 1 when your n is even, and it will be -1 when your n is odd. So we will be not having the limit that is what? Unique one. So we can say that limit n tends to infinity un equal to plus or -1. So it's not a unique one, right? Not unique. So we can say that it is oscillation sequence. Fine. So when this kind of thing is there, this can be possible. So either it can be, there are three ways are there, or you can decide, you can take whenever the any sequence is given, you can say either it's a convergent, divergent, or oscillation, right? So we'll take an example of this one. First example is, okay, you are also supposed to solve with me. Un equal to n square plus n, 2n square, 2n square minus n. N square plus n upon 2n square minus n. So first is apply limit both sides. Limit n tends to infinity un equal to limit n tends to infinity n square plus n upon 2n square minus n. Now tell me how we are going to solve this, right? Do you have any idea? See, in last previous three examples, what we have done, we have directly put n equal to infinity in our equation. Okay, directly you are writing the answer. Fine. Okay, we will take n common. Okay. Okay, Priyanshi, then what happened if we'll take n as a common, right? If we'll take n as a common, so here it would be n plus 1, fine. And here it would be what? 2n minus 1. So this n cancel out. So again, infinity plus 1, if you take n common, infinity plus 1 upon 2n. So infinity minus 1. So if you add something into infinity or do subtract something from the infinity, will give you the answer from what? Infinity to infinity. And that is undefined, right? Infinity to infinity. So what to do when you get this type of thing, either infinity by infinity or 0 by 0 at that time, or in denominator 0? So that concept you will learn in unit 1. Right now we are not going to apply that concept. Okay, that is indeterminate form. That we'll see in what? Yes. Fine. So that we will see in the unit 1. But right now what happened, if this type of sum is there, then what you can do, you can just take whatever the power, that means higher power of n is there, that you need to take common out. Fine. So here we are not going to, yeah, n square should be what? Common. Yes. So we'll take n square as a common one. So limit n tends to 0, n square common. So what will be the here? 1 plus 1 by n, n square again 2 minus 1 by n. So now what will we are having the answer? This n square is supposed to be cancel out. Sorry. Now what is the answer? Now here it's infinity, not 0, right? Yeah, anyone? Now you can write down the answer into chat box. Okay. Yeah, limit n tends to infinity. That was by mistake. Okay, fine. Answer is what? Okay, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, fine. Okay, so if you put the limit, that means what here I'll write, if you are not supposed to understand, 1 plus 1 upon infinity. So that is 0, right? Upon 2 minus 1 upon infinity, 0. So 1 by 2. So 1 by 2, that means it's a what? Finite value. So it is what we can say the UN. Sequence UN is convergent to 1 by 2, right? Or you can say the sequence is convergent. Either of the way you can write, okay? So normally in that way it can be asked. Now next is what? Test the convergency of, test the convergency of sequence 10HN. This is 10HN hyperbolic function, right? Normally you are going for 10 and something x or 10n like this. But whenever h is there, it is hyperbolic, right? 10 that means it's, h that means that will be used for what? Hyperbolic. So assume that my un equal to 10h. Fine. Apply both side the limit. Limit n tends to infinity un equal to limit n tends to infinity 10 hyperbolic n. Now this can be written as a what? Sine upon cos. So we'll write down in that way. Sine hn upon cos hyperbolic n. Now anyone is knowing what we can replace with this? Is there any equation or a formula that will be used for sine hyperbolic n and cos n? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, so it would be what? For sine, it is e raised to, this is given already, it is predefined, minus e raised to minus n by 2. And for cos, it is e raised to n plus e raised to minus n divided by 2. So just put the value of sine and cos this into this equation. So limit n tends to infinity, e raised to n minus e raised to minus n upon 2. Now in denominator, so we can do, we can write in that way 2 e raised to n minus e raised to minus n. This will be cancel out. Sorry. So now we will be having which term? That is limit n tends to infinity, e raised to n minus e raised to minus n upon e raised to n, here it would be a plus e raised to minus n. Now what we are supposed to do? Now what is the meaning of anything raised to infinity? Okay, anything raised to infinity. 1 upon infinity, that is 0. Now what? Anything raised to infinity. What should be the answer of that? Anything raised to infinity other than 0. Okay, is it 1? Anything raised to, not maybe 1. See, if you are simply, if you think about 3 raised to infinity, that means what? 3 will be multiplied infinite time. So is it 1? Simple, it would be what? A infinite, right? The answer of this thing would be what? Yes, infinite. So anything raised to, anything raised to infinity, the answer would be infinity. So if you put direct in this n equal to infinity, then again you will get, listen, if you put n equal to infinity into this equation, so you'll get infinity by infinity answer, right? So again, it is not applied. So now which thing is required? Anyone? Which kind of thing is required? Is there anything is common or what? In which way we can solve it? Anyone? Anyone? Just write down into the chat box. Okay, divide by n, sorry, take an en common, maybe, okay, e raised to 2n common, okay, 2n, how it will be? Yeah, yeah, Vedanshi. You can unmute yourself.
Ma'am,
Yes,
you can divide the numerator and
okay,
denominator both by e raised to minus n.
okay, just wait, I'll write down. E raised to, here only I'll write down in the first step, right? Okay. Both with e raised to,
Minus n.
okay, e raised to minus n. So we'll try that, e raised to minus n. Okay, so what will be the answer here? E raised to n, e raised to minus n. So that would be what? 1. Fine. Okay. Now e raised to minus n into e raised to minus n. So that is e raised to minus 2n. And it can be written as a 1 upon e raised to 2n. Is it okay? Fine. Yes.
Yes.
And the same thing 1 plus 1 upon e raised to 2n. Right. So now if you now apply, right, that means what? E raised to infinity, infinity, and 1 upon infinity, what? 0. So you will get what? 1 by 1. See, there are so many ways are there. Huh? This is only the one way that she told, that in that one way we have gone. Okay. The other multiply by e raised to n. Okay. All are giving the same answer. 1 by 1. So it will be what? Finite answer. So we can say that our UN is what? Convergence. Fine. Other way, otherwise you can do what? You can here, sorry, divide and multiply by e raised to n minus e raised to minus n also, then you will get also the answer, right? So in that way you can solve the example. Fine. Okay. Now the another sequence is what? Monotonic sequence. Okay, before that, suppose I'll be having 2 raised to n sequence. So is it convergence or a divergence? Can anyone tell me? 2 raised to n. Take limit both side. Already we have discussed in the previous, right? Example. Divergence. Okay, why? Because simply if you are 2 raised to infinity, so anything raised to infinity, that means what? It is infinity. So the answer would be what? It is divergent, right? For this, it would be what? Divergent. Fine. Okay. Now the another type of sequence is what? Monotonic sequence. So in monotonic sequence, again, there are 3 types are there: monotonic increasing, monotonic decreasing, and alternative, right? So first we'll see a monotonic increasing. 3 paths are there in that. So a sequence is said to be monotonic increasing. Okay? Increasing if un plus 1 is greater than or equal to un. So that means what? If you see the example will be clear. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means this is my un and this is my un plus 1. So un plus 1 is greater than or equal to un for all n. Then we can say, see, that will be applied to all. If you consider this 2 element, then this is 3, that is un plus 1 greater than previous one. So we can say that is what? Monotonic sequence. How many chapters are going to come in our midsem? We'll let you know soon, Dev, right? So that is what? Monotonic increasing. Now, monotonic decreasing. A sequence is called or said a monotonic decreasing if the reverse case, right? Un plus 1 is less than or equal un for all n. That means suppose I'll be having 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. So you can see that it will be what? Less. 1 by 2 is less than 1, 1 by 3. So that is monotonic decreasing. Now third one is what? Just a minute. Alternative, right? So alternating sequence is what? A sequence is called a alternative if the terms are positive, okay, positive or negative. That means it is in terms of what? Alternating. Suppose 1 minus 2, 3 minus 4. So this is repeated alternatively, right? So that type of sequence are called what? Monotonic alternative sequence. If it increasing, so this condition greater. If decreasing, then it should be less than. And these are the three examples of that one, right? So this is what? Monotonic sequence. Now another one is a bounded sequence. So bounded sequence, that means what? The name itself tells, right? Bounded. That means it will be bounded between two values. The sequence is bounded between two values. So we can say that a sequence UN is bounded sequence if there exists a number m and capital M such that we can say that M is less than UN is less than M. That means your UN is bounded between two values small m and capital M for all n, right? Then we can say that UN is a bounded sequence. Now whenever the bounded term is there, some rules or some key points are there that you need to remember. The first key point is what? Every convergent sequence okay, this is convergent sequence is bounded. So if you check sequence is convergent or not, and if it is convergent, then we can say that what? The sequence is what? Bounded, right? Now, but the reverse is not true. That means if it is bounded, but converse is not true or reverse is not true, right? Second number is a monotonic increase sequence, or we can say a increase inc, right? A monotonic increase sequence converges if it is bounded above. We'll see the example for this, so at that time it will be clear to you, right? A monotonic increasing sequence convergence when if it is bounded above and it is what? Divergence. Okay, we'll write here. And monotonic increasing sequence is divergence if it is bounded below. Okay. Third one is a monotonic decreasing sequence is convergence. Here its second point is about what? Monotonic increasing. Now third one is what? Monotonic decreasing sequence is convergent. When it's convergent? If it is bounded below, the reverse of the previous thing, and if it is divergent. So, sorry, when it is bounded above. This two term will be clear in next example only, right? Fine. So this is thing about what? Monotonic sequence. And if there are two monotonic sequence are there, un and vn. For example, okay, we'll see in the next slide. If there are two sequence un and vn, now they are respectively having the answer of limit what or convergence to what? L1 and L2. un which is convergent to L1 and vn which is convergent to L2. Then we can say that un plus vn, that means if we are doing addition of that two, then they are also convergent. They are also convergent to what? L1 plus L2. Now second thing is, if you are going to multiply it, that means un into vn, then they are convergence to what? L1 into L2. Same way for division, if you are going to un upon vn, then it will be convergence to L1 by L2. Fine. So these are the four terms which are related to the bounded sequence. Every convergent sequence is a bounded. Now for monotonic increasing sequence is convergence if it is bounded above, if it is divergent, if it is bounded below. The reverse of the thing for monotonic decreasing. And this is, suppose two are un and vn are the two sequence, so this will be followed. Fine. Now example for this one. So suppose I will be having one sequence. Okay, example for that. un equal to 1 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 square plus up to 1 upon 3 raised to n. So what you need to check that, is it monotonic increasing and bounded or not? And is it convergence? What you need to check, is it monotonic increasing and bounded, and is it convergent? Okay. So what is for monotonic increasing? First we need to, this is my un, right? So I need to go for un plus 1. So what is un plus 1? I can write from the un, that is 1 upon 3, 1 upon 3 square up to 1 upon 3 raised to n plus 1 upon 3 raised to n plus 1. Fine. Now I'll take what? Subtraction of that, un plus 1 minus un. So I'll be, all these terms are supposed to be cancelled out. So I'll be having only what? 1 upon 3 raised to n plus 1. Right? And that is what? 1 upon 3 raised to n plus 1. So it is always greater than 0. So we can say that n plus 1, it is greater than un. So this is the condition for what? Monotonic increase. So our sequence is monotonic increase. See, the meeting may be end in few seconds. We'll discuss or continue with this topic only, right? So we have proved that it is what? Monotonic increasing. Now for the bounded. So what is the condition for bounded, that we need to check. Okay. So our un is this one. So we'll start with the un and we will check either it is bounded or not. That means it should be with two values. That is what? For condition m less than un less than m. So we need to check that should be